I'm so sick and tired of this budget studio. All right, setting up this damn camera took about 15 extra minutes. My boy's been sitting here waiting for us to start recording.
Patiently waiting. But you know what? If it's worth it, it's what you got to do.
So this is not a fresh face on today's episode. He's been here many a times.
This is appearance number 3.
Number trace.
Number 3.
One away from Quattro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's good to have you back as always. Actually,
yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, bro. Yeah. You requested to be on. Vishal wanted to come on, which I'm so happy about.
Yeah, I just love having conversations with my boys. You know?
Yeah,
that's what it's all about,
bro. It's good content. Before we start today's episode, I just want to give a shout out real quick. Mike L, if you're watching this. You know who you are. I wanted to throw this in at the beginning of the episode because he sent me, it's an old friend of mine from back in the day.
Right.
You sent me a really nice message, a text the other day that was just very encouraging about this show, about the podcast and stuff like that. He said the production value and everything has gone up, so I really appreciate that. Still a budget ass studio. Like, I don't understand how people be doing this with their phones on the daily. Like this tripod situation, I mean, you saw it firsthand.
It's definitely a struggle, but you know what? It's
all worth it.
It works. So
today's episode, we're drinking because we're degenerates on this show. We got to drink alcohol, you know. That's the huge. We're drinking the good old. We ain't even Irish.
Like my man's over here always claims that I don't drink enough, so I gotta prove him wrong.
Don't even get me fucking started right now. Don't even get me started. Because this man, every time I ask him to drink, he's always like, "Oh, like I did it in my freshman year of college, so I can't do it no more."
Which is true. It's true. You should have been there. You missed out.
Well, I didn't go to your school, so how am I supposed to do that, bro?
I know.
And then, let me tell you about. Let's run this back. Let's run this back through memory lane real quick. All right, you over here. This is a little high on you. Let's go that right there. Yeah. So you over here talking about you should have been there freshman year. Mm-hmm. I think if I recall correctly, this was freshman year. Now correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But this man, he went to New Paltz. Okay. And he told us, me and a couple other friends, yo, you guys gotta come for Halloween weekend, bro. You guys gotta come for Halloween weekend. He was hyping the absolute shiznit out of this weekend. And we're like, you know what? Like, my ass commuter, never been through some
You never been to like
parties.
a actual campus
Exactly. I didn't have that experience, yeah. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm down. Like, let's go. And it was a great time. But let me tell you, since we were underage, we did not go out to bars, none of that stuff.
It was a struggle. Like, not being old enough is, stuffy struggle. Getting to the bars, so. And
we spent the majority of the time in your. This is actually. Can we tell it? We got to talk about this.
The first time was just like. That was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing,
it was
bro.
So bad.
Oh my god. We went to his fucking dorm room. We're chilling there. We're like, what are we gonna do? Like, we literally get inside the room.
Yeah.
It's a Friday at like fucking 8 p.m.
Wait, was this freshman year or my sophomore year?
Freshman.
So that was the first time you guys were over.
Yeah. It was for Halloween weekend. It was me and Tom. Not me and Paul. It was me and Tom.
Wait, was it Halloween weekend?
Yes, it was Halloween weekend.
So you guys came by for Halloween weekend twice. Oh my god.
And Tom and I were there the first time. Or was it Paul? I can't remember.
It was you and Tom the first time. I remember. Yeah, it was you and Tom, and then the second time was
me, Tom, and Paul.
The three of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Tom and I had gone to visit, and let me tell you, I wish Tom was here to tell it. This man, Tom, now, to get to go to the party. Tom and I had both worked at Chili's at the time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And Tom was working. He was scheduled to work. I had requested to take that weekend off, luckily, just by happenstance. So guess what? I was free to go. Tom was not. So to get to fucking go that day on Friday and then like stay there for Saturday and come back Sunday, this man was at his shift, early shift in Chili's, and started to blend ingredients in a cup, put them in his mouth, and he faked sickness. Like, he faked being ill in front of his manager so that his manager would be like, go home. Because if you're sick, like a foodborne illness, or just like if your stomach is feeling
they'll
upset,
send you home. Like,
yeah, you're working in a restaurant, you can't work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So his ass got sent home. It was all a fucking ruse. This man's scheming, plotting out here. Shorty was trifling to go to Halloween weekend because Vishal's like, this is going to be the time of our fucking lives. So we're all hyped up. Man. We get there. That Friday night, we get there like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., whatever. And we're sitting in this man's room, like bunk beds and shit around us. We're like, what the fuck are we going to do now? Like, what do we do now?
That was a very, on my part, very poorly planned. Because I wasn't expecting...
No plan was made.
because I was like I was thinking there was gonna be like a frat party or something to go to.
That shit was bone,
but that shit
motherfucking
it was dry. That day was
bone dry.
When did you guys come? Friday? Was it a Friday?
Friday, and
it had
then
to be
we
a Friday.
stayed Saturday, and then came back Sunday. Yes.
Jesus
So, and when we were there, listen to this shit. When we were there, we were like really desperate to get our hands on some booze, right? As one does in college as a youngin'. I mean, now it's like no problem. Obviously, we're fucking drinking JMO. But at the time, we're like desperate. What's the best thing we could get our fucking hands on? Four Loko from the goddamn gas station.
And we had to reach out to someone who we went to school with. And her name goes by Megan Highland. So
yes. Shout out
to Megan for coming through for that one.
For supplying that fucking Four Loko.
Four Loko. That shit. Oh my god.
Fucking
that's like the first
carcinogens in a can.
That was the first and last time I've ever taken a sip of Four Loko. This guy, like,
that shit was disgusting.
You took up you it was a whole can.
Yeah, finished. I paid for it later because I don't know if you remember the next part of the story. We're like sleeping at night. We go to bed at like fucking I don't know, like fucking 9:30 because it was so boring. No, obviously just kidding. No, but we went to bed earlier than a night where we stay
early.
out.
Yo, for freshman kids,
we went to bed at 7:30, like 7:30 p.m. We had an early supper like senior citizens and went to fucking sleep.
No, we had our own curfew.
Yeah,
it was so bad we didn't need our parents to tell us.
A boredom curfew. That's what happened.
God.
So we're out there. We fucking go to sleep at like, god damn, I wish Tom was here to tell this story too. But we go to sleep like earlier, right?
It was definitely before 12 o'clock.
Yeah, and I had started feeling like the effects of that fucking Four Loko, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, wee hours in the morning, at like I don't know 4. I get up, I'm like, yo, I have the cold sweats right now. Like, I literally feel like I'm about to defecate in this man's fucking bed. I was on the floor or some shit, or I don't know, somewhere, like in the sheets. I get up, half drunk, half asleep, go to the communal bathroom now on your floor.
Yeah.
Which is plant my...
To say first, like, not very clean.
Not clean. Okay? I plant my ass on that toilet. No, for some reason, the one, of course, my luck, the stall I choose, there's no fucking lock. There's no lock.
You can't lock any of that shit.
No sliding. This shit's just fucking freedom.
If someone opens it,
done. Like one wrong breeze, that door's opening and you're fucked. You're exposed. I'm sitting there on that toilet and the diarrhea that came out of my ass was ungodly. To this day, it's so...
like, that drink, like, it's like a drowsy... It makes you drowsy.
Yeah.
It makes you, like, very slow and, like... It's obviously gonna make you puke. There's no doubt. If you... Yeah.
It's disgusting. So I'm there. I fucking shit myself. I'm so like drunk and like on some type of chemical induced high from whatever was in that goddamn drink. I fall asleep on the toilet. I wake up at 5 a.m. 2 hours later and my legs are dead asleep. I'm talking pins and needles. At this point, it was fucking swords and axes.
Yeah, because when you're sitting up for a long time.
Yeah. that shit was
painful.
Just done.
Can't feel your legs anymore.
It was crazy. So my ass was completely knocked out. I wake up somehow. You know, you do that dead leg walk where you like kind of have to pick up your
leg up a little bit just to alleviate.
Oh my god, yeah. So I make my way back to your room and I fucking sleep, and then the next morning we wake up and like putz around for the rest of that Saturday. That shit was crazy.
I wish because I think you guys came on a Friday. I should have like
planned
planned it out. Obviously, had you guys come like on Saturday, because Saturday is like usually, higher likelihood.
Yeah.
Having more frat parties and stuff like that.
And then the second time we had gone to New Paltz with Paul.
That was even more eventful, right?
That was actually pretty eventful. That was crazy. Paul, I'm not gonna throw Paul under the bus by saying that story. I'm gonna just let him.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve to like have that.
Just put out there.
Yeah, put out there. He needs to be there for the full story. So.
It's not that he did anything crazy.
He didn't do anything.
Nothing illegal too. It's just got a little sloppy.
Yeah, the way all the events played out together. So
we'll let him tell that story on a future episode. Next time the Liberty Trio reforms and he's back. My boy's up in fucking upstate right now. But anyways, so let's drink this shot because this shit's been sitting here aging.
The shot's already poured. I would have said pour me a shot, but
pour me a shot. It's already poured. So obviously today we're doing Jameson, as I said, but not picklebacks, dirty fins. Okay, picklebacks typically. I don't know. This is your first time trying them.
First time.
Is whiskey with pickle juice. Again, shout out to you, Theo, for introducing this to me. A dirty fin is whiskey with pickle juice, but you splash Tabasco sauce in the pickle juice.
Tabasco? Oh, wow.
So that's just gonna have a little bit of a twang to it.
So the spice is gonna kind of balance out.
Exactly.
Counter the
Cheers, my brother. Thank you for third
Cheers.
appearance.
Third appearance. Lucky number 3.
Take that. Chase it. You're supposed to chase it with this.
Oh, shit.
I mean, the shot's already over. We fucked up. You're supposed to chase it, and it cuts away the.
Ooh, I like that. It's kind of nice.
Ooh.
It's a little spicy, but wow.
God. I might have fucking went a little too heavy-handed.
I feel like my whole like mouth is like, it's not hot, but you can feel like
My
the
shit
intensity.
Is hot. First of all, my gullet right here. Is gullet throat? I think gullet's your throat.
That's another. Yeah, it's another way
Okay.
of describing your throat. Yeah.
Yeah. So pause. Anyways, yeah. So my gullet is fucking feeling that Tabasco. All right. I want to get into the real content of this episode. We talked about this. We were talking about this before off camera. And this shit's gonna be a good conversation. We're gonna keep it real 100 right now. My boy, this man's a single, attractive stallion on the market, right? I want to talk to you about this. What are some
What's up?
red flags and deal breakers that you have? Like,
Okay.
And by the way, can I preface this by saying I feel like in today's day and age, tell me if you agree, of dating, modern dating, to just save yourself time. If you're trying to find like a person that you are
if you
compatible with,
But yeah, if you want to be like with someone, like actually with someone instead of like
fucking around.
Yeah.
You gotta have a list, and it has to be a hard set list. Like if somebody, but they're cute. No. Like if they do one of these things,
Yeah.
you gotta cut it.
Yeah, like one thing off the like that you absolutely do not have
Yeah.
any
Tolerance for.
like.
So
done.
let's talk about that. Red flags / deal breakers. You want to go first? I got a fucking couple. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't have any specifics to start with, but like
I got specifics.
you start off because
Alright.
mine's like a little more broad.
Okay.
It's not very specific, but yes, more like a broad aspect.
Mine's pretty specific. I think specific enough. 100%. I cannot be with someone who's a picky eater. Vegan, vegetarian, picky. Just no. I'm good.
That's a big one actually, because like with me, I know back in high school I was like a bit picky, but like I think because of my food experiences with you, Paul, and like the rest of the friend group, like I enjoy almost like everything.
Every type of food.
Yeah,
That's
so-
the good thing about having diverse like friend groups. You get
And-
like all those flavors. And
Yeah,
shit,
and if I'm hanging out with a girl that's like she's always like asking questions before she eats something.
What
it's
is
like,
that?
Yeah, like don't like stop. Like just try it out. You're not gonna know how it tastes if you don't try it, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, that's a big one with food. Don't be picky.
100%. So you agree with that?
That's
Dude,
definitely.
I remember there was this Indian girl actually from Queens that I stopped talking to for like a number of reasons, but one of the biggest reasons, and I'm not saying this like I'm a fucking Casanova like Playboy, but like she was a pretty girl, and like everything on the surface was like good, and she's not crazy or anything, but like we just weren't compatible with each other, and I kind of just wasn't feeling it. It was like long distance, all this stuff. But one of the big fucking things I was like, oof, that's a red flag.
I think when you told me this,
Go ahead, what was it?
it was for the food aspect, right?
Yeah, but like what specifically did she say that I was like,
She doesn't like Indian food.
there we go.
And
How the fuck are you Indian?
Okay, no.
Please, as a resident Indian expert, please elaborate on this. How the fuck are you Indian and not like Indian food?
I'm not gonna say just Indian. I'm gonna say out of all the brown people I've encountered in my life,
Yeah.
I have never ever met anyone that's brown that dislikes like Indian food or any type of brown food.
That's what I'm saying.
You had to be on a different level of whitewashed.
Yo,
Actually, that's a little too far.
No.
I don't want to say that.
it's
no.
because it could be that could
when
be
I say
a reason.
when I say whitewash, I mean like you don't want to. You have no desire to like appreciate your own culture, like try different things.
It depends on your upbringing. If if you're too far removed from your own culture, obviously you're gonna be pretty whitewashed.
That when you told me that, like my jaw dropped because like
it's
that. Ugh.
And it's jaw drop worthy. That shit's crazy. Like, how the fuck are you Indian and not like your own food? That's crazy.
If I went on a date with another brown chick and she told me that, dude, I'm walking out.
You're done.
You're done.
Go home.
Should
Go home. Right? No. Dude, no, that's fucking crazy.
That was a shocker.
Yeah, like
That was a big shocker.
how do you like? I think actually Indian food is top 5 cuisines for me. 100%. Like national like cuisines.
Yeah.
100% top 5. Japanese is probably 1.
I would say Japanese. For me, Japanese is like top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your number 1?
Well, Indian food, I would say, since I was like raised around that type of cuisine, I'll put that number one.
What's your favorite dish?
Oh my god.
You order I'm gonna fuck biryanis.
Biryani.
What?
Biryani or biryani.
Biryani.
Because when you spell it, it's like Biryani. So it's biryani.
But there's no H in there in the beginning after the B?
No.
Fuck, yo, I'm fucking dyslexic. I'm reading these menus wrong, bro. God damn.
No, but that's like, it's like the Indian version of paella.
Yeah.
And it's so good because you have like a bunch of different flavors like blended in, and you're like any meat that you want, preferably chicken or like
lamb.
Goat or lamb.
So that's your favorite? That's your go-to, or what? I mean, I've said
as
that
as a whole dish. Yeah.
What's a food that your mom makes that's like that's mama's cooking right there? Like that shit is A1.
I'll say like something like the fried food, man.
Like a samosa?
Samosas are like she makes like these fried potato, like they look like mozzarella sticks, but it's like all potato filling.
Okay.
And it's like battered in like breadcrumbs and stuff. It's like spicy breadcrumbs.
Okay, is it kind of like a oh my god, I can't remember. There's a Spanish dish that is kind of like this.
I'm trying to remember.
Hannah loves these.
Every time I talk to my mom about this, I always forget the name of it.
The name of it? But that's like your go-to?
It's like, I would say as like a snack.
Okay, like an appetizer.
Like my
amuse-bouche, if you will.
Yeah, amuse-bouche. That's like my go-to.
Okay.
But like, you're asking like my go-to like main meal? Like
yeah, like just your favorite meal. Like Andy's, I know Andy's is mantilla, I think. It's an Albanian dish that I had once that he fucking brought in a Ziploc bag to school, and it was cold, but it was still fucking bussin'. So I can only imagine how that shit would taste.
So better than the square piece of pizza and chocolate milk you get from high school.
That carton would never open properly. You remember trying to rip open that fucking carton?
Because it'd be drenched. Because like when you try to open, it's drenched in the fucking milk.
So you pull it, and then it wouldn't come out. So then you turn it, and it wouldn't come out. And then you end up with just like fucking this mangled top piece.
And you have to fucking bite into it or like do something to, you know.
You looking like a rabid animal. Dude, it's getting hot in this bitch. I don't know if it's the alcohol. All right, sorry, continue. Yeah, what's your favorite besides those potato fried mozzarella
I don't know. I kind of hate to say this, but the chicken tikka masala.
You hate to say it
because it's a colonial. It's like from the
colonizers.
When the British, when the Brits came over to my people's land, they're like,
At
you know, make me the most, you know,
toned down version.
Of Indian food, not too spicy, but you know, just the right amount of, you know, heat.
Listen, I know a lot of atrocities happened in India. Because of like the Brits. All I'm saying is that. That's one good thing chicken tikka masala is one of the most delicious fucking dishes.
It's really good.
It's really good. Like, bro, I wish, look.
Yeah.
I thought of you when we were in London. I told you about this.
Tell me about that. This guy went to London. I was so jealous because you told me you might have had the best Indian food ever in your life. It is the best Indian food that I've had to date, and I think Hannah does agree. I know Hannah agrees with that sentiment. Like she also thinks it's the best Indian food that she's had, but it's fucking amazing. And that makes me happy too that she like appreciates that too. She's not picky. Dog, I've eaten with you guys once or I think 2 times at least. Yeah, and she's not picky at all. She's like. She said, really, you know what the funny thing is? She says she is, right? She'll be like, "Oh, I'm fucking picky or whatever." I'm picky or whatever, but she tries everything, which is that's the difference. Like picky to me, it's okay to have preferences, but being open to like trying things. Like, if you're like, I don't like the way that looks, the fuck. Like, okay, yes, a lot of like palate, you know, feel and like appetite is based on the way the dish looks. Yeah. But what, like, if shit is gray, I will still try it. And if it has the most amazing flavor, what the fuck? And like, I don't care. Like, if you watch, like, MasterChef or any of those shows, like, they're always like, it looks great, but does it taste good? Like, how does it taste? Exactly. So, taste comes first, and then appearance later. Then appearance after. You can't judge the taste of a dish without actually tasting it just based off of appearance. Yeah. That's why I think picky eaters. And then imagine, like, on that note again. You can kind of correlate that with dating, too. Appearance and then personality.
Yo,
I mean,
you out here.
You gotta make that connection, you know?
I'm over here talking about 2 + 2 = 4. You over here talking about a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You're on that Pythagorean level.
What is that? Pythagorean, yeah.
Pythagorean theorem.
B squared plus the square root of...
No! In fact,
what the fuck is
I
it?
just said it. A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Oh, yeah, but I was saying like
Yo,
the other
Mike,
one.
if he watches this shit...
No, to find the roots of the... You know the finding roots? That formula that they always say like in memes?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Fuck, never mind. Fuck it. When it's a complex equation, that's an equation you use. You've fucking seen it before.
I haven't seen it before, dog. I don't know what you're
It's like
talking
negative
about.
b squared plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4.
Bro, I'm not no mathematician. Yo, you're literally an engineer.
Yo, that's what happens when you go to engineering school.
This guy's an engineer talking
engineer
to
for
a
like 4 years.
fucking... This guy's an engineer talking to a fucking business major. Do you
All
understand?
right, but you were smart in high school. You knew what you were doing.
We're smart, so now he says I'm a dumb brick.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know how many dumb ass motherfuckers are in high school? Do you know how many?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
You were like way
No,
above.
I'm not that smart. I
Don't
just have
say
a
that.
good ability to memorize shit short term, and then like if you ask me any of the stuff that I knew in high school, I don't know shit. I don't know
Well,
shit.
yeah, that goes for like everyone. Unless
No.
you're some like
No.
super studious person with no social life.
No, that's not true. There are some people that have this innate ability to just regurgitate information. Like they could have heard a fact once, 25 years ago,
And they'll like
a quarter of a century. They'll just spit that shit
blurt
out
it
like they
out
heard
like
it 2 hours ago. Like it's crazy.
with me, it's like if someone told me, if you told me something like 2 seconds ago, I'm more likely to forget that than if you told me something like 5 years ago, which is like weird because my short-term memory is like ass.
That's crazy.
My long-term memory, like I'll remember like a specific event
Detail?
that happened. Not
Years
like
later?
not like a oh my god, specific sentence statement I made, but like events.
Okay,
I would
so
say.
you know what? You're the guy. See, you're perfect for podcast then, bro. 5 years down the line, I got to talk to you about something.
Reminiscing.
Exactly.
So.
You're gonna reminisce on some OG memories. That's good. All right. So in terms of like other red flags and like deal breakers, what else do you have? So we already talked about like obviously
Food,
like
like being
eaters.
picky, right?
100%.
Another big thing is like if the girl like talks too much about herself, like
Self-centered
self-centered, like not like asking questions about you.
on like a first date. You talking about?
Yeah, first date, and
That's
like
a good one.
you know, she's not asking questions about like what you do, like what do you find, what do you do for fun, like stuff like that. And she's always talking about like, you know, what she's busy with, like all the, you know, the drama, all the, you know, stuff she's worried about like in her own life.
Yeah.
That shows that like she's not interested. Not that interested in like
In you. Yeah. Actually, that's a really good point. For all the women out there, for all the girls, I guess I should say, because I feel like women know this, but if you're trying to like mac on a dude or whatever, it's a really bad sign on a first date. I would say, like you just said, if you only talk about yourself and you don't show any interest in the guy, right? Because he's a person too. You want to make him feel interested, and if you're over here talking about yourself all the time, then it's like fuck, like. She has no interest in me.
Yeah, there's no like back and forth that like it's like so hard to go back and forth.
100%,
in conversation. It's
100%.
just all on one person. So.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it kind of goes both ways too. Like I mean, we're guys, so that's why we're like talking about like girls in this sense.
Yeah.
But
that's a good. And I guess another really good one that it doesn't have to only be with girls. I guess all of them that what we've said is. Goes both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways. So
it would have to be sense of humor. A deal breaker for me or a red flag is if they have like a shitty sense of humor or one that doesn't like mesh well with mine. That's fucked. I'm trying to laugh with my boo, which I do.
You need that. If you don't have that and it's just like stern and like monotone shit, like it's not worth it.
Or if it's always where like they make a joke and they're laughing, you're just kind of like, that shit wasn't funny.
Yeah, you're
like,
just
I didn't
like fake laughing and like trying to, you know, force something.
It ain't it.
That's another thing. Forcing something that's like not you, like
it's just not it. It's just not it, bro. So that's all the red flags we got.
There's definitely more.
There's definitely more.
There's more. This is one thing I was thinking of.
What about girls who like believe in astrology a lot? That's a red flag for me. Paul brought that up the other day.
Oh my god, how did I not think about that one?
Yeah, that's a huge one. Like I low key, I get really peeved because it's like I feel like people oftentimes use that as a scapegoat to act a certain way.
Yep.
Because they are a certain star sign. That is not an adequate excuse to act or behave in a shitty manner. Like you've seen the meme. It's like I'm acting this way because I'm a Leo or I'm a fucking
Aquarius,
Sagittarius,
I'm a Taurus, whatever the hell.
It's like
it is.
no, you're just being a bitch. Like you're not acting this way because
you're
of
trying
your
to
star
justify
sign.
something based off like a belief someone made up. I don't want to say made up because that might start.
Say made up, fucking made up.
Yeah,
made up. What is the night? I mean, there definitely is a little bit. I don't completely not believe in it, but what the fuck? Like, it's not going to dictate and control exactly who you are to the T and how you react to every single scenario.
Like, it's not like you can use it as kind of a way to. You don't want to like justify like 100% of everything you do off of that.
Yeah,
but you can use it to kind of like to relate to. Like if like a group of people. I don't know, like now it's like according to birth month, right? So like
yeah,
if it's something you relate to in terms of like a specific like personality trait you have or something, that's fine, like or whatever, like that's cool. But like if you use like a sign to justify your whole entire personality, but like the fate of your your life, like don't talk to me.
Much.
Get out of here. Like, get out of my face. I don't want to
That is too fucking much. So that's a red flag too.
Damn, there's this other one. It's a big one I was thinking about. I totally forgot about.
Does it have to do with like sex, hygiene?
Oh, hygiene. Oh my god, how can I forget about that one too? You know me. You know me. I'm me being.
He's a germaphobe. This man's a germaphobe.
Yeah, I was nowadays not. I'm like not too crazy about it. Like I have good hygiene, all that stuff. But like, if a girl, like, I don't know, like what's something a girl like? What's a typical thing that a girl would do like bad hygiene? Like I don't.
Not wash her nookie. That's pretty.
Yeah. I mean.
Like if you do a lazy wash, like if you just throwing water on it, that's not enough.
Water ain't gonna do all that work.
Like I know you gotta the fucking vagine is a self-cleaning organism. Like I don't want to hear this argument in the comments if there are any people willing to type this shit out. But like, it's still nasty if you're not like trying. And I don't mean douche it. I mean like if it's nasty if you're not trying to like soap it or like at least the exterior portion, like the labia. Majora and minora. Yeah, you don't have to get inside the fucking canal.
It's all about effort. You put some effort.
Yeah, just give it a little. Just give it a little once over. Not just water. Just a little a little Dove bar soap or fucking
call it a day.
Call it a day. That's all you got to do. That goes for dudes too. If y'all,
no, we have to make this very clear. This goes both for guys.
Some dudes don't know how to wash their balls, bro. Y'all
bad.
Be fucking. It's straight up bad. Ignoring them shits. Like, let me tell you something. If you're circumcised or uncircumcised, grab your tip, peel that shit back, and wash the mushroom cap because. Some of these motherfuckers out here, some dirty ass teenage boys.
They neglect.
They neglect that and part, they be thinking spraying Axe is enough. Like, no, homie.
We're not in high school.
We're not in high school.
We not in high school no more.
Middle school, high school, gym, locker room. Like, you got to do more than just spraying fucking Axe body spray on that shit. Like, that's not enough.
Yeah. I mean, hygiene in general. You got to keep up on that. And
that's like those are pretty decent.
Those are like top notch.
Those are definitely top
flags
notch
right there. To look out for.
I feel like another one is like a girl who like lies. I feel like a girl who lies.
Lying in general, like just putting on a fake like character.
Yeah, just lying in any way in the beginning. Yeah. In the beginning, there's so much you can omit to telling a person. Like you don't have to tell them everything. Yeah. But if you just straight up lie about something, like. Well, I remember one time I thought this was like fucking crazy. Like a person I used to talk to, she lied about like her ethnicity for no fucking apparent reason. And I was just like, why?
What's the point of that?
What's the fucking point of that? Like that's a red flag. Because why are you lying about something so minor? What are you going to lie about that's major in the future?
Even if it's like an innocent lie, like it's gonna bite you in the ass in the end, anyways.
Exactly.
So you might as well take care of it now.
Yeah. I don't know,
You
fam. That shit's kind of tricky. It's a slippery slope.
It goes back to it just goes back to being yourself. Don't
genuinely
put
yourself.
a fake character.
Don't put up a facade.
Great word.
A facade.
Great word. But
yeah. So that's it on the
I think that sums up. There's definitely more out there. No
yeah,
doubt.
we got to think about more.
But
though. That's on the next episode.
Next episode, episode 4.
Yeah.
Between the two of us.
But my man, I wanted to congratulate you. This was another thing I wanted to talk about. My man right here to my right, but your guys' left, I'm pretty sure. Right?
Yeah.
You just got a new job, bro.
I did.
You just got a new job. You moving up in the world. My man went from slave labor pay.
That last shot, man, I don't know. That was a little suspicious, the way they were making me do things. Like, the one thing that pissed me off the most is, like, they made me, like, update my... Like, they had me do a tracker for, like, everything that I completed. You know what fuck that is?
In a day?
In a day. They wanted me to give them a list of what things I completed for the day every single day.
That's too much.
And you know why? Like, when I first started, like, writing, reviewing reports, like, obviously I wasn't getting as much done because I was still, like, learning.
Yeah, you're newer.
I'm newer. So, like, I felt bad that I wasn't, producing as many completed reports than, like, because I got a phone call from, like, one of my bosses one time. She was like, yeah, you're, getting 1 or 2 reports written a day. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I just started the job. Maybe I just started. I don't know. I'm still learning. And
how deep into this?
She told me that it was just like a first. It was like the second month because I was reviewing reports first. Then I was writing after.
Okay.
So she was like, she said she wasn't mad, but after she said that, she was like, yeah, like our other coworkers are like my other employees are writing. They're producing like 10, 12 reports a day. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, like, I review some of these guys' reports and they're kind of botched. Because you know why? Because
thinking it's a quantity game.
Yeah, I catch an error, like at least one error in every page. Like, it's bad. It's careless mistakes. And I'm like, yeah, that's why they're getting so many done, because they just fucking fly through that shit and not even look back at what they're doing.
It's easy to fucking go through some shit and just bullshit and type up some fucking botched piece of shit report. Yeah. But it's harder to go through it and, like, with a,
And I always think about quality over
quantity. 100%. 100%. That's the way it gotta be, bro.
From that day on, I was
Did you tell her that? You should have spit in this bitch's face.
I mean, I told one of the guys I was training me because he's the only chill one there. So, like,
nah.
He also was like, yeah, these guys don't freaking listen to me when I say something.
Nah, that's fucked up, because it's like, from an employer's standpoint, why are you trying to make someone feel like less than, because you're not, like, producing a certain amount? But have you reviewed? Have you given their work a review from a quality perspective? Probably not. Yeah. You just like, they've written 10, 12 reports.
Yeah.
Like,
they don't actually look at the reports and, like, yeah, this guy's been fucking up. Like, like, I'm not trying to, like, brag or, like, flex or anything.
You said that this guy's been fucking up.
Yeah. Like, when I submit reports, like, when I review other people's reports that they wrote, like, I make sure there are no mistakes on that. If I write something, I would double check it too. Even if someone has to review my report that I write, I double check that shit on my own before I send it out.
Yeah.
That's what takes me so long.
Well, because you're thorough with your work.
Yeah, because I also have OCD about that.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I don't like sending
anxiety. I'd be double checking everything because I'm just anxious that I fuck something up.
Yeah, and I don't want that reviewer to think, yo, this guy's fucking stupid.
Exactly. Stupid.
So I know a lot of you, like, can relate to that. So
100%. Yo, you get me tight. Look, you got me yawning out here. Not because you're boring. Yeah. All right, so let me tell you something. let me be very, very clear about something. Right now, when we started recording this podcast, what time was that shit? It was like,
dude, it was like 9:30.
9:30.
It was 9:30 when we
started recording. No, it was like 9:15, 9:20.
9:15, yeah.
Yeah.
To set up and stuff.
And right now it is 1:35 a.m. and we're recording because we had a little bit of we had to take a break. That's what that cut was around like the fucking 20, 23, 25 minute mark. Because we had some people come over and we were just chilling with them.
Great company, by the way.
Great company. And let me tell you, I'm so sad that we couldn't record that because the conversations we had during that was like quality, would have been quality content. So the reason I'm saying this is because I want to kind of harp back on that, what we were talking about in those conversations. So we were talking about like, what were some of the highlights of those conversations for you? Like what we were talking about before.
Especially like just talking about what we're gonna do in the next couple of years.
Yeah, our outlook on life,
like,
right?
Where we're gonna live, what we're gonna like, how we're gonna work, like just like our basis salary, like our source of incomes, like what we're like, what's realistic, what's like, what we think will happen, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because I feel like a lot of people our age can relate to this, like. We're approaching our mid-20s, arguably in our mid-20s. Well, I don't know. Like your birthday's coming up in May, so you're about to be 24.
24.
I'm going to be 24 in September, right? So that's like that's mid-20s, 24, 25, just about, 26. Yeah. So you're coming up in that pivotal time in your life, right? And you're kind of like, at least I will personally speak from experience, you're developing in your young career, right? In my day job, your day job, and our friend's day job who we were talking to. And you have like a very blurry vision of the future and path ahead. You know what you want to do, but you don't know exactly how to get there.
We're slowly getting an idea what we should be doing. It's just that there's still a lot of things that are unclear.
Yeah.
And
the exact steps to get there.
Yeah. And
it's difficult. It really is difficult.
It's hard. And the only way you can learn is just to go trial and error. You just gotta try things out. If you don't like it, cut it out. Try something new.
Even further than that, right? Like for example, for me, like you've gone out and you've lived on your own before, right? But like I have always lived at home. I don't know what a budget looks like for moving out and stuff like that. Like that's difficult for me to manage. And then it's like when you start thinking about these things, you're like, oh fuck, like dude, like this is it. Like you have to. Like when you're out on your own, that is you.
Like everything's on you.
Everything's on you. And it's like, you didn't think about this before. Oh, like dish soap costs fucking money.
Costs money. Like little things.
A bar of soap costs money. Like all these things are expenses that you as like a person in your household, in your upbringing, didn't think about as source of expenses. So it's like really scary to kind of have this sobering experience.
Because like
it's just fucked.
If we were in college talking about this right now, we wouldn't be really thinking this deep.
Because you're making money now. So now because you're making money,
we understand like where your money's going and
cash flows.
Cash flow. You have to understand like what you're buying, like what you need and what you don't.
Exactly.
Need.
Income and expenses. Read Rich Dad Poor Dad. You'll fucking be educated about all that shit. You know about that book?
I don't think I've heard of that.
Rich Dad Poor Dad. You gotta read. No. You gotta read that or listen to it on Audible. It's one of my like. It's on my list because, and you know I don't fucking read. I told you Magic Tree House and all that shit.
I still think about that.
Yeah, bro.
That
like,
was mad fun.
I don't fucking read, but that's on my list because it's like a source of personal growth and education on like finance, and that's just really important to understand, right? If you're trying to get, especially nowadays where it's like. It's really depressing growing up in today's day and age because you see all these like news reports come out that our generation is the most fucked. Like we're going into global warming. We have the lowest amount of supply in housing in the U.S. We have the highest inflation. I don't know. All these different economic terms
30
and areas.
40 years?
Yeah. Like we're fucked. So you're basically telling me I shouldn't try to work because we're fucked.
Yeah.
We're fucked. So what's the point? It's just depressing, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. And now you have like the internet and like people saying things online and steering you in different directions, like what to do. Like when you have that extra factor, it's so hard to have a solid like idea where you should go in the future. Like you just have so many ideas going at your fate, like your face, and it's just like
it's an overstimulus.
Yeah, like what am I doing? If I'm doing this, is it right or like it's There's a lot
Yeah,
of
so
things to
this
consider.
brings a really. I had a conversation like this once with Hannah, my girlfriend. Do you think people in previous points in history were
Mhm.
happier?
Um, I think when you think about like the less you know and like there's like less stress about things.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. So again, with like social media and like all this stuff like
Yeah.
online, that's like a big thing out there, and people's like perceptions of things that happen in the world and society, like, so they can easily be altered
Yeah.
based on someone else's thoughts, like
Yeah.
viewpoints.
So I said like.
So
So do you think that? Yeah. So what were you saying? Like you do think that people were happier back then?
I think so, because
Yeah.
times are simpler.
Yeah, so I can see that, right? Like the way I processed that question, because we kind of had like a little bit of a debate on it, is like she was like, "Oh, like it was so much easier back then. Like I would kind of rather live in that time." I'm like, "No, you shouldn't think about it like that because
Mhm.
yeah, like people probably on average were happier back then because there were less people, but also like the status quo or like the level of happiness that you had to achieve in order to consider yourself as happy
Mhm.
was much lower.
The margin, yeah, like the margin, just like
The threshold for being happy was
the
lower.
threshold. That's a good word. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For that to achieve that, like, it just took. Like, I'm not trying to shit on like the older generations at all. I'm just saying, like, just what it took to be content
Yeah, well, it's true
with
because think
life.
about this. Like back then, back in the days, 1930s, 40s, 50s, whatever. You would work a factory job and you'd be super fucking happy about that because it's like, oh, you have a stable source of income. You like, you have a family, a house, and you're fucking happy. You have a dog, family, house, and a factory job. You work 9 to 5, 40, 50 hours a week, and you're super happy. Nowadays, that's not gonna cut it.
So no.
So I think there's the way I put it is this. Yeah, it was easier to be happy back then, but the cap of where your happiness could take you was really low. Whereas
Yeah, yeah.
nowadays there's more turbulence, like it's more volatile. So you could either be really unhappy
Or just
and it's
really,
harder
really.
to be happy,
Yeah.
but if you are happy and you find a way to achieve success, whatever that means for you personally, because it varies from person to person, the ceiling is way higher
Nowadays.
because there's so many different avenues. Like think about all of the different dreams, passions, and pursuits that people could have taken or wanted to take back in the day that they couldn't because of the limitations that their time had placed on them. Whereas
Yeah.
nowadays, like in a way, the world's your oyster.
Because so many things that were deemed impossible
Are possible in today's
possible
day and age.
now.
Yeah, like
So-
for example, your dream, my dream, is to have a platform and just fucking talk for a living.
Mm-hmm.
You tell somebody that, like a fucking small town kid like myself from, I don't know, some bumblefuck town and pick a random state, Montana, Utah. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, Idaho.
Idaho,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Are they known for potatoes? I think so, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Fucking 20 miles away from like the world's biggest potato farm. What's your dream? My dream is to talk to a bunch of people and be able to be seen by the world or whatever. They would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like that's not possible. What are you gonna be, like not Johnny Carson, like fucking Jay Leno or whatever, like on television? That it's not
Yeah,
possible.
that's not possible.
Nowadays, the internet, this shit right here, it's like there's so much more that's possible. Not everything, but like there's so much more.
So much more exposure in general, just to everything, knowledge, information. Like, it's so much easier to like learn.
So where do you want to
About
be
other
in like 5 years? Like where do you want to be living within the next 5 years? Because I remember we spoke about this once, and you said you'd like to be living in the city, but do you still think that? I feel like you don't think that anymore.
I feel like my mindset's been kind of changing recently. This has been recently, like recent, like what I've been thinking, and like eventually, like in my late 20s, like I wanna, or early 30s, like I wanna be like on the west side, or like down south.
West Coast?
West Coast or like down south.
Where do you
in
mean
Texas
like
or
West Coast? Like,
Like-
do you mean like West like Colorado?
Colorado
Or do you mean West
Cali.
like Oh, so you mean like California West?
Cali or like Colorado, somewhere there.
What about like Nevada, like Las Vegas? No.
Vegas? No, definitely not. Nah, like that's like a place you want to go to, like
Escape.
if you're trying to escape somewhere. Like for let's say a couple days, you just want to like spend mad money.
Bro,
and
Vegas
whatever,
is so
but-
Vegas is a catfish of a city. Because in the movies and shit, and like even in like sporting events, live TV, everything, they'll make it look like this big fucking
lavish, like lifestyle type of environment.
If you ever Google the Strip in Vegas, you will see that it is literally called the Strip because it's a fucking like one road.
It's one main road that's just all like luxury hotels and like venues and big buildings, whatever it is.
Yeah, but there's nothing beyond that. Like everything else outside of that is like desert. Dark and desert and like homes. It's not like nothing's gonna be New York City, but it's not like it's fucking a desert New York City. That's not that ain't it, Chief. Yeah. Sorry to burst your fucking bubble if you were trying to go relive The Hangover or some shit, but it's not that.
Which would be kind of crazy and fun, but I mean,
yeah, I mean it's definitely still Sin City. It's definitely still the place to go when you're trying to have like a ridiculous time
and you have mad money. So
yeah, but I'm just saying it's a catfish of a city, and I have family that lives there. That's the only reason I know this. Is that
actually like in Vegas?
In Vegas, the reason I'm saying this is because I know this because I've been there. The Strip is literally a fucking road, and then besides that, it's like all just like nothing. Suburb, like town,
like basic, like
it's not like skyscrapers, crazy stuff like that. It's just like very low key outside of the Strip.
What's your opinion on like Dubai?
I want to go so bad. The man-made UAE city, I want to go so bad.
Yeah, it looks cool, and it's crazy how they like built it.
Man-made, like on man-made, like it was just land and like sand, concrete, and stuff like that. Would just made that whole
Yeah, it's like before like it was built, like everything was built as fucking desert.
I want to go on top of the Burj Khalifa, and like see how fucking high that shit is. I feel like it's definitely because I've been on the top of the Empire State Building I think once. Mm-hmm. I feel like the top of that is mind-numbingly
like much
different.
Like it will make your perception of like
height
being on top of the Empire State Buildings like not that. It's like not that like high up. It's just like
I keep fucking.
It's a whole different level of. I don't fucking know. This
altitude. Yeah, it's gonna be out there getting lightheaded and shit. I don't blame you, bro. It's getting late, bro. Yeah, it's already like 2 a.m.
It really do be early morning.
Yeah. We'll end this soon. But it's just like What were we talking about?
Oh yeah, what we're gonna do in like the next 5 years?
Yeah. So you see yourself West Coast? Where in the fucking
next 5 years? No.
Where in the South, bro? We're in the South. What the fuck are you saying?
Like Texas or Florida?
This motherfucker said Texas.
Texas, I mean, seems kind of enticing. Not gonna lie.
Why? Why Texas?
Bro, okay. I
learned
this from my sister. She says she doesn't have to pay any.
Your sister lives in Texas right now?
No, she's moving there.
When?
June.
When were you planning on telling? She already has a job lined up.
So she got a job offer to work at like one of the top cancer research. Oh my god, I fucking said that so weird. Cancer research institutes in the fucking country. I forgot the name, but something Anderson.
Shout out to you, Vanita.
You remembered her name? Wow.
Good Bro, memory. It's not that hard. Vishal and Vanita.
Oh yeah, double V's.
You know what's fucked up? This man, I consider him one of my best friends. I have spoken to his father once, his mother 4 times, his sister goose egg.
Are we really?
I've never met your sister.
That's fucking crazy.
I've never met your fucking sister.
I know Paul is like. Said hi to my sister.
First of all, Paul fucking has like this like thing up on me where he's had your mom's like mango shrimp. Or some shit.
No, it was some like salmon or something.
It was shrimp. Dude, it was shrimp. Cause he'd be claiming that shit. He's like, "Yo, Vishal like loves me more than you because like."
No, don't worry. I got something.
What's up with that?
I got something cooking up for you.
What's up with that, my boy? Wait, what the hell?
I got something. I got something up my sleeve. So.
What's up your sleeve?
I don't know.
Dingleberries? Like, what the fuck are you about to feed me, bro? This man's about to give me dust and to be like, who's equal?
Bust. He'll eat this.
Bust? Hey, yo, hold up.
Hey, yo,
pause. You trying to feed me bust?
What did he say?
Who the hell said that?
What did he say?
Nah, but like, for real, though, Like, I actually have never spoken to your sister, which is crazy.
No, that's actually really
Like,
weird. The fact you talk to my parents more.
No, okay, this is gonna be another crazy thing. I don't know what she looks like.
There's no way.
There's
no way. You freaking.
On
you
God.
definitely know.
No, Vishal. Like, I swear to you, sometimes when I think that like you have a sibling, it shocks me.
Really?
Because in my heart, I feel like you're an only child. Not because you act like an only child, but because I never fucking know or talk to or hear anything about your sister. Like what? Like I
feel it could be a little different if there wasn't such a big, like, large age gap.
She's not. How much older is she? She's 28, isn't she?
She's 8 years older than me. So that means she's 30.
She's 30?
She's 30 years old.
That's 7 years, my boy.
Or like, no, 31. She's 31. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't fucking do math right now.
Quick maths.
Shit. Quick maths.
So she's 31.
Yeah. And like,
what? Wait. So
even myself, like,
can I ask you something?
What?
Were you an accident? Because like,
yo, that's crazy.
Hold on. I know this is fucked up to ask. The only reason the reason I'm comfortable in asking this is because you're my boy. But B, you don't think it's a little sus that they waited 8 years to have their second child? Like, that's what
I don't know. And actually, I never thought about that.
Have you asked them? You're a happy accident.
I don't fucking know. If it was,
you never thought about that?
I don't know. I have friends that have like much older siblings.
No, I feel so bad.
Cause like,
it's not that it's the age gap. It's the fact that there's an age gap and you're the last one. Like,
yeah.
If there was one after you,
my parents are like, this is it, no more.
Yeah, like
the one accident, never again.
Yeah, if there's another one, we're not keeping it. Like, I don't know, like I don't know, like if there was another one after you, then obviously you're not. But like,
that'll be sick,
8 years
to have a younger sibling.
I do have one.
Yeah, but I'm saying for myself, like
no,
I know,
but then you'd be middle child. You'd be middle child syndrome.
Is that like the most unfortunate position to be?
I think so, of a trio. Older child has a lot of responsibility.
You get the most shit.
Yeah, they have a lot of responsibility, but they're also like left alone. They have a lot of independence.
Yeah.
The baby, because you're the younger one, gets OD attention fucking baby.
I was a little more, like, had more attention.
I know for damn certain you were.
But
and then the middle one is just fucking thrown to the dust
and
just left to fend for themselves.
It's just like you're just there to do your duty,
breathe.
Get
you're
the
just
fuck
there
out
to
my face.
Yeah, exactly. You're there to just fucking consume oxygen and just be like, yo, look, you wash these dishes and you get the fuck out of my face.
Go to bed. I want to see your face until the morning.
Exactly.
Same story.
I want to see your ugly ass mug until 7 a.m. when I have to drop your bitch ass off at school. Don't fucking chat to me right now. 100%, bro. That's the middle child syndrome.
It's always the youngest one that's like the most adored, the most like...
The youngest one always be trifling too. They always be trifling. My sister, she be doing some crazy shit.
How was it with you in
I can't even... Bro. Don't even... In what way? Please ask specific questions. I'll dish out all the dirty laundry. Fuck this shit.
Just like when it comes to like doing something wrong.
Oh my God. If I did something wrong, I could do something half as wrong as what she would do, right? And I'll fucking say this in front of my parents. And they would probably be like, yeah, you know what? You little right. I could do something half as wrong as she would do, and I would get fucking put on like the Iron Donkey or something from medieval. You know what that shit is?
You'd be put on like on a stick or something, just roast.
Yeah. Do you know what the Iron Donkey is though?
No.
It's a medieval torture tactic. There was a big ass like metal pyramid
from like the feet and the arms and everything. Get fucking...
No. That's I don't know what the fuck that's called, but the Iron Donkey is like a fucking metal pyramid, like a wedge, and you're sat on it like this. So your balls are basically on this metal wedge that's sharp, and then they tie cannonballs to your legs and increase the weight every day so that you're slowly cut in half from the balls to your neck.
So your ligaments are slowly just being...
No, not ligaments, whole torso. Like just slowly just wedged in half. So point is, that's a really graphic way of saying if I were to do something wrong because I'm older, and especially because of the fact that I'm a boy and my sister's a fucking younger girl, my ass is getting filleted.
Yeah.
Call me the number 6 at McDonald's because I'm the Filet-O-Fish right now, okay? Dog, I was getting fucking hung out to dry. Meanwhile, my sister, she could fucking shank 5 people.
And your parents be like, good job.
At least you didn't kill them. Like, at least you didn't get called by, like, the cops called me. Like, what? Are you kidding me?
If you did it, they'd be like, take this kid away.
It was him. It was him. Officer, excuse me, officer, it was him right here. This man, this overgrown fuck. Get him out of here, please. Yeah, no, that's what it is.
Be gone.
That's what it is.
But,
this bullshit. Yeah. I'm telling you, that's how it is between me and my sister. I mean, look at the scenarios right now. Where is she? Think about this.
Away at college.
Away at college.
And you?
Doing the most. Where was I? I wasn't allowed to go to fucking... Well, it's not that I wasn't allowed to dorm away, but like, we've talked about this before on the podcast, me and my sister. This bitch did her research and she fucking dipped away to school. My ass was stuck at home commuting.
Going away to school it's a lot. It's a whole different thing.
Please don't make me have FOMO right now.
No, but I don't know. It's just a lot more when you're more by yourself when you're going away to school.
Yeah, you have a bigger sense of independence.
But like, I mean, once you find the right friend group, then everything falls into place. So.
Yeah, but I'm just tight because I didn't get to go experience all that shit of like.
Yeah, but college is like, all right, college is fun, but it's just more. You have to think of it as like a boot camp for the real world. Cause like this is like it's where you get introduced to
a boot camp for the real world where a lot of people catch STDs. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But, you ever have an STD scare?
I don't think so. No.
You don't think so?
I'm always safe, but even you can be like the safest person in the world. There's still always a
Have you ever done like a one night stand and like not wrapped it?
What do you mean by wrapped it?
Like put a condom on.
I'm never going raw. I would never. I mean,
would never or have never.
No, I have never gone raw.
Oh my god, bro.
But
that shit's crazy.
I know there's a significant difference.
There's a significant difference.
Do you want to
okay
go into detail?
It's kind of like the way I would describe it is kind of like if you have a condom on, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like trying to feel the ridges on like some type of surface, or it's kind of like trying to read Braille. You know Braille?
Yeah.
With like a glove on.
That's what it feels like with having condom on.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you have like dishwashing gloves on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody hands you something, and you have to try to guess what it is just by fucking like squeezing it. You're not gonna have a good fucking. Besides the firmness of the object, you're not gonna have a good read, right?
Yeah, but
if you take it off,
if it's like just straight up, it's like direct sensing of.
Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard to come up with like a fucking metaphor.
I get it. I understand like the difference, even though I've never gone and I never just went in like raw like all that shit, but I don't know, one day.
Okay, actually, this is another really good question. What? On the note of this whole thing, you know, male birth control is coming out.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
That's a huge one.
There's been trials.
For equality.
There's been trials that have
shown to show promising results.
And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of mixed thoughts on it. I mean,
would you do it? Would you do it?
I mean, if I'm not gonna have any, like, I don't think there's any long-term effects of it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So there's no long-term effects. Like, I'm cool with, like, I would do it. I would use it.
Okay, in the future, you are married,
mm-hmm.
you have children, or if you don't have children, whatever your choice is, and your wife wants you to get it, would you get a, I think it's vasectomy, where you get your tubes cut? Would you do that?
How would that work for a guy?
You never heard of this?
No.
So it's like basically, and it's literally, dude, it's crazy. So you know, like, I think it's called the vas differens or something like that. Oh fuck, I'm gonna sound like an idiot to like people who are really well versed in like human anatomy, but The tube that actually feeds sperm from your testicles
your balls.
into your, whatever mixing chamber, mixes it with seminal fluid and then puts it into like, your dick.
Mm-hmm.
And then in your urethra it comes, or out of your urethra it comes out, like the tube. Urethra? I think it's
the
called
main
urethra.
passage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to sound all sciencey. Basically, the fucking shit that mixes the nut before, like, basically, right? You're shooting blanks.
Okay.
Because what they do is they go in, they numb you, and this is literally, like, you don't get knocked out for this surgery. You go lay down on a table, you get an injection on your ball sack to numb you. They cut it open, they pull out a tube, they cut it, cauterize both ends, right? Like they burn
it's like
it.
a dead end.
Yeah. Then they tuck it back in safely, sew it up, and you're done. And then after I think like 2 months, because you'll still have a little bit trace amounts of sperm or like live rounds in there. After 2 months, you could have sex and you still nut. Like there's still liquid that comes out. There's just no sperm in the liquid. Nothing. Wow. I can't believe you haven't. Okay.
Well, I know like I get, like, I understand that. Like, I never heard like
the actual like surgery procedure.
Surgery about it.
So would you do it?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
I would fucking do that.
You
in a
would?
heartbeat. Yeah, 100%. Some of them are reversible, and I would do it because of the fact, like, if I already have fucking kids.
Well, that's permanent though. If you did that.
No, some of them are reversible.
Okay. Like I said before, if it's
and if you're worried about that, just shoot some live rounds in a fucking thing and put that shit in a sperm bank, and just be like, yo, I might come back to reclaim my deposit later.
Hold this for a sec.
Hold this. Yeah, just put this in the fucking fridge for a second.
Like I said, like if it's not long term, yeah, like I would like do it if it like came to that point.
Yeah, like, you know why I would do it is because like the woman's already sacrificing so much with like, oh god,
that's what I was thinking about too. Like they do so much to like taking birth control pills and all that stuff, and
like it's fucking with their endocrine system, right?
And then for us to like say, oh, I don't want to do that, like it's very like selfish and like hypocritical.
Yeah.
So
why not?
Yeah, why not? Like it's, I don't know. It's just, if it's not gonna affect you like affect your whole life long term, then yeah, I'll go for it.
So yeah, I would definitely do it because also like a lot of birth control like kind of fucks with like the women's like sex drive. Yeah, and if you take that away and they're hornier,
and then at the end, it is kind of a plus. So
it's a win-win. You know what I'm saying?
It is a win-win. So.
All right, you got anything else to close out this episode? Because it's fucking 2 a.m., my dudes. This is the latest one we've had.
Damn. What else is there? Anything like entertainment wise? Like,
no, I don't fucking.
There's like,
you watch Moon Knight recently?
No, I haven't had a
so then we don't got shit else to talk about, my boy. We gonna end this right fucking now. We go on this right now.
Oh, man.
You'll be back on, especially because of the fact that this motherfucker right here, you requested to be on, which I love. Like, it made me feel so good
because I like having conversations.
No, I know.
I like talking about stuff.
I'm just happy that you wanted to be on, my boy.
Yes, sir. And then here's to many more, man.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
And yeah, thanks for having me on. This is
of course
always a pleasure being here.
Of course, thank you.
This is one of a kind studio. I don't ever want to hear no bullshit coming out of your mouth saying this is some trash ass studio.
Bro, I am working with the McDonald's fucking budget studio right now.
McDonald's. Serious,
this right now is cheaper than the playpen at McDonald's right now, my boy.
You know,
I got one nice thing up there with the live sign, and maybe this little wood, but this couch is shit. Like, look,
casting couch.
Look, listen to this. Do you hear this? Do you hear all this fucking noise?
I think it's picking it up. Actually.
It is picking it up. It's fucking annoying because when I edit it, it's horrible. This couch is shit. I need to get a new couch.
Do you have filters? They can filter out like any
It has a noise gate. Yeah, it's called noise gate. You see it down there.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, you know how to end the episode, right? Please tell me. You've seen this enough times. What do we always do?
You do it. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Okay, ready? You ready to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, until next time, thank you so much for watching. If you have made it to the end of this video, if you're one of like the 6% of viewers that make it to the end of this video, do me a favor, drop me a like. I feel like a fucking YouTuber now. Drop me a like, comment in the comment section below. Like, no, but for real though, comment, let me know that you've actually watched this. And also, if you have anything that you want me to talk about in the next podcast with Vishal, or just in general, please be feel to fucking comment that shit below. I actually did have one person that commented something about that, and we forgot to talk about it, but I'll pull that up next time.
Yeah, for the next
we'll run that back. And we also didn't do the regular segment of Am I the Asshole? But we had it. This was a special episode because we had to take a break in the middle of it for like a couple hours, and we're pretty exhausted. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, Vishal, thank you for being here.
Always my pleasure.
As
always an honor to be on this. So
yes, sir.
had to come through for my brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. As always, be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, peace. Cue the outro music, actually.
Oh, fuck. I didn't do the flick.
Until next time, cue the outro music. Yes. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Peace.